I agreed to stand beside my sister at the altar after she stole the man I loved. But the night before the wedding, her fiancé cornered me with a proposition that changed everything. The first time my sister kissed the man I loved, she did it in our childhood kitchen, beneath the flickering light our father never fixed. I stood there holding a bowl of cake batter for her engagement party, smiling like a fool while my heart cracked so loudly I thought the windows would shatter. She called it fate, I called it theft, but I still agreed to be her maid of honor. I should have known she would win. She always did. When we were girls, she borrowed my dresses and returned them stretched. She borrowed my secrets and told them first. When I introduced her to Adrian, kind, ambitious, self-made Adrian, she borrowed him too. She told everyone they had connected instantly, as if I had just been a bridge. He never denied it. He simply drifted from my side of the table to hers, so I accepted the role. I smiled at fittings. I toasted their love. I let her believe I had surrendered. What she didn't know was that I kept every message Adrian had sent me before he switched loyalties. Every late-night confession, every promise. Screenshots tucked safely into a hidden folder, like matches waiting for dry grass. The night before the wedding, Adrian asked me to meet him in the empty reception hall. Fairy lights hung like fragile constellations. He looked tired, older than 30. When he said my name, it wasn't my sister's tone he used. It was the old one. "I know you still have the messages," he said quietly. I didn't bother denying it. "Are you afraid I'll use them?" He stepped closer. "I'm offering you something better." My pulse thudded in my ears. "Better than revenge?" He swallowed. "Call off the wedding tomorrow, in front of everyone. Expose me. I'll take the humiliation. In return, I'll transfer half of the new company shares to you. Your sister only wants the status. You deserve the empire." The words felt poisonous and sweet. "Why would you sacrifice yourself?" His eyes flickered. "Because I never stopped loving you, and because she's pregnant." The room tilted. Pregnant. My sister had secured her victory with a heartbeat. I laughed, sharp and broken. "So this is your solution? You ruin her publicly, pay me off, and we ride into the sunset?" "I'm choosing you," he insisted. I left him standing under the lights. The next afternoon, I stood beside my sister in silk and resentment. The church overflowed with guests, investors, whispers. When the officiant asked if anyone objected, my sister squeezed my hand, trusting. I stepped forward. "I do," I said, voice steady. I projected the messages onto the screen meant for childhood photos. Gasps rippled like thunder. I didn't mention the pregnancy. I didn't mention the deal. My sister's face drained of color as Adrian closed his eyes. I looked at him once, letting him see that I had chosen neither his money nor his love. Then I handed the remote to my sister and walked down the aisle alone, leaving them to decide which of them had truly won.
If you think that was brutal, wait until you hear what happened after. She walked out of that church because the real revenge didn't end at the altar.